Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a creative person, you love making art, but you're kind of wondering, how do I turn this thing I love into a real, actual career? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we are going to break down the blueprint for building a thriving business around your talent. You know, for way too long, there's been this myth of the starving artist. You know the one I'm talking about? This idea that you can either be creative or you can be successful, but you can't be both. Let's just toss that idea out the window, okay? It is totally possible to build a profitable, amazing business from your art. And that, right there, is the secret. It requires a huge shift in how you think about your work. It's not just about what happens in the studio. It's about taking that creative passion and pairing it with the strategic mindset of an entrepreneur. Honestly, this is the key that unlocks everything. So that's what we're doing here. Think of this explainer as your blueprint, a really clear step-by-step guide to help you build a business that doesn't just support your art, but actually helps it grow and flourish.
Okay, let's dive right in. The real foundation of a successful art career, it isn't just about talent, it's about strategy. The biggest mindset shift is getting away from hoping for one-off sales and moving toward building a smart, resilient business model.
And the best way to visualize this is with an analogy we're going to keep coming back to, the diversified garden. Imagine your original artwork. Those are your big, beautiful, prize-winning roses. They're high value, but maybe they don't bloom all year. So you also plant other things, right? Like prints and digital products that keep your whole garden healthy and vibrant, no matter the season. So, how do we actually do this? What can you plant in your creative garden? The goal here is to grow a mix of different income streams that all work together and give you real stability.
A really healthy career isn't about betting it all on one thing. See here, your original art can bring in those big sales for sure. But then prints and merch, those give a wider audience a chance to own your work at a more accessible price. And then you've got licensing and digital goods creating passive income streams, money that comes in even when you're not actively working. And services like commissions can provide that steady, reliable cash flow. It's all about balance.
And look, these aren't just vague ideas. We're talking about real, tangible products you can start making. You've got your high-end, original fine art. Then you can offer limited edition prints. Still special, but more affordable. You can jump into print-on-demand services for things like t-shirts or mugs without having to buy any inventory up front. You could create digital products, like brush sets, just once and sell them forever. And you can even license your art to companies and earn royalties. So many possibilities.
Okay, so you've got your seeds, you know what you want to grow, but where do you sell it all? This part is all about building your marketplace and figuring out how to get your amazing art in front of customers. And trust me, you have more options now than ever before. You can really go down two main paths here. On one hand, you can build your very own store on a platform like Shopify. This gives you total control, higher profits, and you get to build your brand exactly how you want. The catch? You have to bring in all the customers yourself. On the other hand, you can use a marketplace like Etsy. It already has a huge built-in audience of people looking to buy, which makes getting started way easier. But you'll pay fees and have a bit less control. You know what a lot of successful artists do? Both. They use the marketplace to get discovered and then drive their loyal fans to their own store.
And this table really lays out another key choice you'll make: how to fulfill your orders. With print on demand, the upfront costs and effort are super low. It's perfect for trying out new ideas without any risk. The trade-off is that your profit margins are smaller. Now, with self-fulfillment, where you handle the printing and shipping, you invest more time and money up front, but you have complete control over the quality and your profit margins are way higher. There's no single right answer here. It's all about what makes sense for you and your business right now.
Okay, now for the part that I know can feel a little intimidating, but it's so important for growth, and that's managing the business side of things. Tending the garden means doing the bookkeeping, understanding your taxes, and protecting your work. This is what separates a hobby from a real profession.
So, let me ask you a question. What do you think is the single biggest financial game changer when you start treating your art practice as an official business? It's something that can seriously change your entire financial picture.
Let's just run some numbers to see how powerful this is. Let's say you make $50,000 in a year from your art. Nice, right? Well, if you're just filing as an individual without any business expenses, your federal income tax bill could be almost $7,000.
But, and this is a huge but, when you operate as a business, you can deduct all your legitimate expenses. We're talking art supplies, website hosting, marketing, even part of your rent for a home studio.
Suddenly, that same $50,000 income could result in a tax bill of just over $3,000. That's a difference of more than $3,700 that stays in your pocket, ready to be reinvested in your art and your business. It's a game changer.
And I know what you're thinking. Bookkeeping sounds awful, but it doesn't have to be. Forget about that shoebox full of receipts. Just follow these 3 simple steps. 1. Snap a picture of every single business receipt with your phone. 2. Immediately upload it to a cloud folder like Google Drive. 3. Name the file with what it was, the date, and the amount. That's it. You're done. It's that easy.
Tending your garden also means protecting yourself, especially when you do commission work. A simple contract is honestly your best friend. It's not about being difficult, it's about being clear. It should define the design, set up a payment schedule like a third up front, a third midway, and a third at the end, and clarify what happens if things go wrong. And most importantly, it confirms that you, the artist, always keep the copyright to your work. All right, let's pull all of this together. Building a thriving art career isn't about getting lucky with one big sale. It's about planting a garden, tending to it, and creating a whole system for success, where every part of your business helps the other parts grow. It all comes back to this one idea: real financial stability. The kind that lets you sleep at night is the harvest you get from your well-tended, diversified garden. When one income stream has a slow month, the others are there to keep your business strong. And that gives you the freedom to just focus on what you do best, creating. And look, this isn't just a fantasy. The potential is absolutely real. An artist might make $30,000 from original sales, another $10,000 from licensing deals, and an extra $5,000 from their print-on-demand shop. When you start combining these streams, you're not just making more money, you're building a much stronger, more resilient foundation for your entire career. So, the blueprint is in your hands. The soil is fertile, and your creative garden is just waiting. The only question left is, what are you going to plant first? Whether it's listing that first print, setting up your online store, or just drafting your first contract, the time to start building is right now.